podcast. I'm your host, Anthony, joined here by Mr. Xavier, Max Jordan.
What's up?
And my guy, Abdul. Welcome, guys. So, I guess let's get into the biggest news of the week. Super Bowl week, baby. Finally.
I've been popping.
What you happy about?
I know football's done, but
we'll see. Super Bowl week. I don't care about Super Bowl week.
So our matchup, we got Rams, Patriots. Let's go around the table first. We'll take everybody's prediction, and we'll get into.
All right, start with me.
Go.
I got the Rams.
Max?
I'll answer after.
Abdul?
Pats are going to win. I don't want them to win, but they are going to win.
See, I'm going to go, like I did with the Saints game, I'm going to go, what's that word called?
Reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. I'm going to say the Patriots.
I respect that.
So I guess Brady's fucking 20th fucking Super Bowl. Who knows? No one's keeping count.
9
Super Bowls. There's a lot to talk about. Patriots have an offense all of a sudden. Sony Michel, James White. That's an interesting combo. I feel like most of the pressure's on. There's more pressure. I feel like the Patriots have no pressure right now. All the pressure's on the Rams.
I agree. Oh, not necessarily. Tom Brady always feels pressure in my opinion.
But I feel like the media or anything has zero pressure on the Pats, which I'm surprised about.
They're coming out as the underdogs, so of course they have.
Yeah, Vegas has them as the underdogs.
There's always pressure playing in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay, there's always pressure, but
like
it's his 9th one. I don't think he's feeling too much pressure. I think
he's feeling pressure though.
What was I gonna say? Tony Romo's commentating the game, so that's gonna be interesting. I was happy about hearing about that. He's probably my favorite commentator in the league right now.
Are they gonna be in Atlanta too, or is he commentating from somewhere else?
No, he's commentating from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I think it's him and Jim Nance.
That's nice.
I guess let's go around the table. What do you guys think is the most important player for each team? I guess I'll go first. I think for defense, for the Rams, it's probably Aaron Donald. If Aaron Donald has a big game, I can see the Rams having a huge impact. And I guess for the Patriots, it'd probably be James White or Sony Michel. I think from what I've seen, all the offense has gone through Michel and James White. The Patriots are turning the NFL on the backside since it went from a passing game. The Patriots said, "Fuck that, we're making it a run league."
Yeah,
and they have been winning games with a run game with a two-headed monster.
I think that also has to do with Tom Brady's arm. It's not the same as it was, in my opinion. But
no, yeah, okay. When you're 40 years old, I'd expect that, but still.
Yeah. So, you think the run game is going to be big for the Patriots in this one?
No. It's going to be big, but I don't think it's going to work. That's why one of my players are Julius Edelman.
Julian Edelman?
Whatever his name is. Edelman, yeah.
Julius.
Julian.
No, but yeah. I don't know. I can't see them doing what they did in the last game to the Rams. I just, when you have those two in the middle, I feel like now is their time to show their worth. Because they haven't been playing amazing all season. I think now's the time you have to do it. And I think with these guys, I just see a confidence level in the Rams that they really know.
They have that swagger. Now.
Yeah, that Philly.
I think beating the Saints got that monkey off their back.
I don't see Rams being super how'd you describe it?
Swagger.
Yeah, I don't see them having that swagger. I think they're coming in scared.
I think their defense does.
I think
their offense is scared.
Yeah, big time.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. I can't see. So maybe if you're talking just Jared Goff, I could see him being scared because this is the most pressure he's ever gonna face. Yeah. But when you're talking about Todd Gurley and the rest of those weapons, Brandon Cooks, I think they all have that confidence. And I think that's what's gonna win them the game. Those guys.
I think what helps a lot for the Rams with them is Wade Phillips, their DC.
Yeah.
He can implement he's. Who was it? I think it was the Steelers that shut out the Pats or kept the Pats low scoring. So I can see him implementing that same defense into stopping the Patriots. Wade Phillips is probably top 3 best. He's not a good head coach, but he's a top 3 best defense coordinator in the league. Which I think that's a huge plus. On the other side of the ball, offensive wise, you have Sean McVay. So it's hard to stop Sean McVay and his quote unquote mastermind with everybody trying to copy it. But
what is going on with who's gonna start? C.J. Anderson or Todd Gurley?
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
You gotta give it to
Gurley's still a little injured, no?
No, C.J. Anderson's been on that position before, as he's won the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. But it's going to be hard to beat Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, with asterisks because of cheating. But we don't talk about that because everybody gets all
Bills
defensive
fans.
about that. But I guess, Abdul, you said Julian Edelman for the Patriots. What Rams?
Rams. Todd Gurley, man.
Todd Gurley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
I'm going all offense, to be honest.
I can agree with you with that.
Because I know their defense is going to come out.
X? Most important player on Patriots and on Rams?
Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he has a big game, I think it's just going to add another element. I feel like if he does have a big game, there's no way you can stop them.
Well, he is a shell of himself, but he was making big, like, those third downs against KC were cute. Like, that was vintage Gronk, which helps a lot. And on the Rams?
Todd Gurley.
Both you, Todd Gurley. Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. So then, Super Bowl MVP predictions. Who you guys got?
Brady. Who else is gonna get it?
Todd Gurley.
I was gonna say either James White or Sony Michel. I think the only way the Pats win this game is through the run game, and James White is pretty much a wide receiving threat as well as a run game threat.
Yeah.
So I can see James White win the MVP for the Super Bowl. So then the final question for the Super Bowl talk: if Brady wins, is this his last game?
Nope. He said it. He came out. He said
just because he
0.
said doesn't mean it's gonna
it's
happen.
not his last game.
Listen, that's what he said. So I'm back to hitting the Pats. they're gonna be up and ready next season too.
I think it is. I don't think it's gonna be his last game. I think he will come back, but I think the clock's starting to tick, and I think you're starting to see the wear and tear on him. You're seeing his deep ball is not as good. His accuracy is a little off, and you can see now the Patriots are leaning from a passing offense from Brady more to a run game. Now they have 3 running backs: James White, Sony Michel, and what's the white guy's name? Rex Burkhead. So I think that is having an effect on it as his arm's weaker and everything. But I don't think this is going to be his last game. I think he has 1, maybe 2 years tops. The only way I could see this being his last game is if the Pats, him and Belichick have some sort of controversy like they had last year after Super Bowl. So if they lose and you hear rumors starting to come out, I think he might just say fuck it and just retire.
I agree with that.
So Abdul, you want to take over? You want to go basketball, or you guys still want to talk?
Okay. Do you have anything else to talk about?
Do you guys anything else you guys want to talk
Do you
about?
think
About
this is
football?
Gronk's last game?
Gronk's last game?
Yeah.
If they win, yeah. If they lose, I think I'll give him one more shot. He's
a combo man. If Brady leaves, he's
not the
leaving.
same.
But if Brady's staying, he's staying too.
I don't
know
think
if
so.
that's
He's
true.
not the
I don't
same.
know if that's
He's so those injuries affect him so much.
Yeah, I
he's
know.
he's literally in bubble wrap. They shut him down for half the year, so they have him for the playoffs, which is shown through the interview.
I think he retires if they win, like for sure, 100%.
Okay, I guess.
No, you're not.
Wrapping it up before we get to NBA. Courtesy of powers from above. Coaching wise, this game's pretty fucking big too. We got Bill Belichick, we got Sean McVay, quote unquote passing the torch. We had Patrick Mahomes and Brady last year, and we saw that worked out.
Look, I'm gonna be quite frank.
Last week, sorry, not last week.
Listen. I think this doesn't have anything.
I think it does have to do with coaching.
I think it has very little to do
I
with
think
coaching.
it
At the end of it,
100%
no,
does
it
have to
does.
do with
No, it
coaching.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
100%. Coaching is
Look,
big in football.
Look.
You have to raise your hand, Max. You can talk.
I've seen games this year where Brady's come out flat-footed and looked like an old man. And if he comes out like that, they're losing. It's just that simple. There's nothing Belichick can do about that.
There's a lot Belichick can do.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
There's not.
Yes, there
There's
is.
not.
Belichick is the greatest coach of all fucking time.
It
that's
doesn't
no
matter.
question about
If your quarterback is looking like an old man, which he is,
Listen,
and their defense is a liability. Like
Bill Belichick took Matt Castle to the playoffs. Matt Castle. Do you know what team Matt Castle on right now?
I'm not talking about
0.
This is a Super Bowl.
Doesn't matter. If you can take Matt Castle to the playoffs, you can win a Super Bowl with a 40-year-old quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. He ain't no Thad Castle.
Max?
Wow.
In games like this, you can prepare all you want, but at the end of the day, when you're on the field, you're by yourself.
Exactly.
And then it's gonna come down. I don't really know much about football, but these big games, it comes down to who has more composure who doesn't play off all
It comes
emotions,
down to the athletes.
who has more composure, and who's willing to risk it with composure.
Football's different than
Nah,
other
in,
sports,
in
man.
football, a really good play call can make the difference between a game.
Yeah, football.
Look at the Seahawks.
True.
Football is a lot different than most sports. Coaching is 100% matters. You can see, you can literally. I could take literally the Rams.
It doesn't. I'm not saying it has zero relevance.
Okay, but
But when it comes down to it, if Sony Michel doesn't get it going and he's not having a good day, there's nothing you can do about that, right? There's nothing that Belichick can do about him having a bad day. That's what I'm saying. If Brady comes out flat-footed, looks old, his arm isn't there, they're gonna have
you
trouble.
can still scheme.
I
and move it around and switch
only
around.
so much. You can only do so
Listen,
much.
all I'm gonna say, for example, the Rams 2 years ago, they had Mike Fisher at quarterback. Not at quarterback, at coach. And Jared Goff bust. 2 years later, they're in the Super Bowl with Sean McVay. That just shows how much coaching means.
I mean, do you not want to bring up all the weapons they added since that time?
I understand that, but still, coaching means a lot. Last year, they didn't have that many. They pretty much had the same team last year, and they made the playoffs with them.
Coaching means a lot, but the guy probably got older and more mature.
To Goff?
Or he probably advanced his skill set. But
he
also
didn't, he didn't
coaching.
advance it that much. What happened is...
But he just got a more mature player.
See, I see your
I
point.
know,
I
but-
see your
Happens
point.
all the time.
But McVay...
McVay meshes way better with Goff than the previous coach did. I
No,
get
but
your point.
what McVay did is he opened up the offense
Yeah.
for Goff, where he knows Goff's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I
and he
understand
formed
that.
the offense
Yeah,
around
he meshes
his
better with him.
strengths.
I see your point in that, but what I'm saying is, we've still seen games where Goff has even with them getting together well and having that chemistry, we still have seen him have bad games.
Yeah, okay, and they've still won those bad games.
Not
There's
always.
games that they've won where he's played like trash.
Exactly. So what does coaching have to do with that?
A lot.
Todd Gurley has to do a lot with that.
And
Because
the
go check
defense
his
has
stats
a lot
on
to
that.
do with a lot.
Exactly. But
And
it
the
comes down to
coaching
players.
of the defense has a lot to do with that. You're underestimating the how good of a defensive coordinator Wade Phillips is. Wade Phillips, he's played. He coached Buffalo before, and he's played against Belichick many years. He coached against him when he was defensive coordinator for the Broncos. He coached against him when he was obviously the DC for the Rams.
Talent
forth.
wise, are the Rams not the most talented defensive team in the league
On paper,
on paper?
D-line wise and secondary wise, yes, but not linebacker wise. They have a weak linebacking core.
Okay, so I was just wondering.
Anyways, I guess we'll wrap up football talk. And Abdul, yeah, let's shift gears. Let's move it over to the ball talk. Let's kick it off, buddy.
Huge uproar in the NBA. Anthony Davis' agent came out and said,
Mr. Rich Paul.
huh?
Rich Paul, Clutch Sports.
Whatever. His agent came out and said Anthony Davis wants trade. How do y'all feel about that? And he said he's not taking no max contract from the Pelicans too.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't resign. What do you mean? How do we feel? Like,
How do you feel about that? Like, what do you have any ideas where these thoughts have came from?
I mean, you're in an organization where there's little chance you're ever gonna win a championship, especially being in the West. Might not even make the playoffs. So, I mean, he's reaching the peak of his prime. He wants to be somewhere where he can win.
I don't think LeBron should basically own a agency and sign all these guys who are in the league as well. Just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, it's a bit corrupt.
But NBA is just gonna allow it because it's LeBron.
No, technically, it's not LeBron though. It's
But
Rich
he
Paul.
basically owns it. Check the stats.
Okay.
All right. Sen, you have nothing to say about that?
On the AD,
Yeah.
I think I saw it coming.
Everyone saw it coming.
I was
As
not
soon as
surprised.
he signed for Clutch Sports,
Mhm.
everyone knew it was gonna happen. Even New Orleans.
I think what's gonna happen is I don't think he's gonna go to Philly because looking at Philly, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid is with a rival sports company or sports whatever, not Clutch Sports. He's with a rival, and I don't think they're gonna trade a Clutch Sports guy for a Clutch Sports guy, which is
It has nothing to do with that.
it does have a lot to
It
do
has
with
zero
that.
to do
It
with
has
that,
a lot to
'cause
do with
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't
Clutch,
think you have.
the sports agencies don't have any say in
It's
what
the
happens.
owners.
You don't
at
It's
all.
the owners and
think
the
that,
GM.
but
No,
there's
I
a
know
lot
that.
behind the scenes.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, there's a lot
unless
going
he
on behind
has,
the
unless
scenes.
he has a player option, or like he can veto the trade, which he can't. It doesn't matter. It's whatever New Orleans, whatever the best deal is for them. That's what they're taking. They don't care about what agency you're with or
Listen, all I'm saying is look at the Clutch Sports guys and see what teams are on.
go. Do you know
And
Kevin
see-
Durant
and see how their contracts end up. Clutch Sports, Tristan Thompson. What happened? Max contract. How is he doing? Not max contract, but huge
Big
contract.
contract, yeah.
J.R.
good player.
Smith, Clutch Sports.
No contract, out of the league. Go on.
J.R. Smith got a huge contract.
J.R.
out of the
Smith
league right
is
now.
not in the NBA.
Fam, he's watching the New York game with Carmelo. Also
J.R.
out of the
Smith not in
league.
the league
He's
anymore?
not in the league.
I think I
Look,
don't know if Cleveland.
He's out of the league, bro.
You're confused. You're
He's out
messing
of
up
the league.
coaching.
He was
staff
watching
in
with
the
Carmelo.
NFL.
No.
He was watching the
I have
New
to
York
Google
game
this now. I have to
with
Google this now.
Carmelo.
Look, J.R. Smith is shooting at blacktop where Carmelo goes with his hoodie all summer. That's what J.R. Smith is doing in the regular season.
He should get signed.
He should get signed. No, not
No,
necessarily.
he should.
I mean, that's tough to sign a guy.
How many
like that.
How many bum teams are there, man? Like, pick a guy up.
Yeah, but they're trying to lose, right?
But still,
J.R. Smith.
Jared is still on the Cavs.
No, he's not.
No,
Yes,
he's
he
not,
is.
bro. They actually wavered him.
It's right here. He's on the Cavs.
He is, but he doesn't play.
yeah,
He's not
just-
officially waived, but he's no longer a part of the team.
Yeah.
It's like Carmelo is still on Chicago, but is no longer part of the team. He's clearing waivers soon, though.
But he's still his contract is still going against the cap. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm saying is
Is his contract huge?
it's decently sized for the skill of who he's at. It's not a
Alright.
mellow.
He's a good vet.
Yeah, but when did he sign the contract?
Right after they won the championship, I think. I think him and Tristan Thompson both signed the contracts right after.
Exactly. So he wasn't as trash as he is now.
J.R. Smith is not trash. He's a Knickerbocker for life. You know, that's my guy. Shout out J.R.
All I'm
Smith.
saying is Clutch Sports conspiracy theories with Anthony. That's all I want to say.
Like,
Anyways, that's all I have to say about AD.
I don't know, man. I think the owners and the GMs have way more say than
Okay,
a
so we're-
damn agency that knows nothing about
No, of
basketball.
course, of
No,
course. Okay,
agencies
so
have a lot to say.
not
Where
as
does
much
everyone-
as a GM.
Okay, obviously not as much as a GM, but agencies have a lot. You
no,
understand?
no, they don't. No, they don't. But anyways,
Okay, like they could literally say like
they have a zero impact on where a player goes unless the player has, like Melo did, like he had, because he's a stud, a option whether or not he wants to be traded to the place
Yeah, he's so much of a stud. He gets to watch the games.
and still make money, still make millions. That's a stud
just
in
because
my books.
just because Davis wants to go to LA doesn't mean New Orleans are gonna do him any favors.
Yeah,
Okay, obviously not. Yeah.
New Orleans
go-
literally said that they are sending him as far away from
Yeah.
LA as possible.
Why would they trade? It's like Spurs trading Kawhi to a team in the West. It just doesn't make any sense. That's why they traded him to the East.
yeah. I see him going to. Okay, so where does everyone see AD going?
I don't think he's gonna get traded.
Yeah, I
till the
had a
summer.
great conversation with my Uber driver today about this. This guy said that the Raptors should go all in. He said the Raptors should give up everything they can to get it and just go one full year.
I don't think we'll be Golden State, especially if we like strip our team.
This
Basically,
is what my Uber driver said. I'm just rolling.
Okay,
with
no,
the best
but I'm
Uber
asking you
driver
for
said.
your opinion. Where do you think he's gonna end up?
I have no fucking clue.
Like just
Philly?
Abdul.
Philly has to give up Ben Simmons then.
Not gonna lie to you, I do not see LA landing him. They don't have enough
Okay.
pieces. I want LA to get him.
I'm asking you, where do you honestly, in your opinion, think he's gonna end up?
Afton, I think it's gonna just. There's nowhere for him to go. I think he's gonna stay at Pelicans, or they're gonna go to another. He's gonna go to another team. I don't think he's gonna
Yeah,
accept going
my
to another
question
team
is-
other than LA.
it doesn't.
You're not
his choice.
understanding.
It's not
He
his
There's no
doesn't
choice
have
for
a
the trade.
choice
It's
in
not his
this.
choice.
You literally just said he's either going to stay at the Pelicans or go to another team.
Yeah,
And
LA.
Xavier's question was, where do you see him ending up?
I don't know.
So if you said he's going to another team,
Just take
where
a
do you
guess.
see him ending up?
LA.
LA?
That's it.
LA this year or like next year?
I don't know that. I don't know.
Max, where do you see him?
He's a free agent.
Boston in the summer. He's definitely not getting traded this deadline.
Pedro.
I already said Philly. They're giving up Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's a bunch of can't
That's-
shoot.
That's interesting. If I'm New Orleans, I'm looking at that.
You take that trade.
pick.
No,
You have Ben Simmons.
No, no.
What?
I don't think
What?
they're 3
3
giving
years
up
left on his
Simmons.
contract or
I'm
four?
not taking that.
They're
trade
not giving up Simmons.
that easily.
You have to.
No, they
There's
won't.
no way. There's no way you can Anthony.
Then they're not getting AD.
For AD, you
Simple.
give up Simmons.
They have
You,
three.
you give up.
They
For
have three
AD, you
really
give
good
up
players.
Simmons. Could you imagine playing a team with Embiid and AD? guarding the goddamn rim.
I just don't think they're gonna give up Simmons.
If you
didn't
get
you-
Anthony Davis, you give up.
He's
Ben
got a lot
Simmons.
of potential.
So now it's
Wait,
time
wait,
for-
wait.
No.
No. I got a question for you. This is for you.
I never even said where I think he's gonna go.
See, but I want to ask you the question before because I don't want you.
gonna say the Knicks.
See, because I was about to say that.
I got
Okay,
something
go
to say
ahead.
about
Go
that.
ahead. Go
That's
ask
what I
your
was gonna
question.
say.
Go ask your question.
I said, if you're the Knicks, do you pursue him? Do you go hard for him or no?
If you're the Knicks, you do go hard for him.
But
Do I
you-
think they're gonna get him? And do I care if they get them? No, I don't.
Would you give up
I'm
Chris?
not a
Would
fan.
you give up
Kristaps?
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
What? How are you wearing right now? You're not a fan of what?
I'm not a fan of AD.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said Knicks.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm not even looking at AD. I'm just focused on
I'm
what we
focused
have
on KD and
getting
Kyrie.
and getting a
the
good
next summer.
draft
You're
pick.
focused on Zion.
I'm
Zion as well.
getting a good draft pick. If they get Zion, him and
Okay, but-
Kristaps,
Look, this is what I think he's going to. I know he's going to Boston. If he's not traded anywhere like soon, he's going to Boston. 100% because they just have the most assets. People don't understand how much they have to give up and how talented the players they have are. Like you have Terry Rozier, who you can give up, and it's either gonna be between they don't want to give up Tatum, but Jalen Brown.
I think
You
you'd
have
have
to,
to.
you
I
have
think
to,
you'd have to
you
give
have
up
to.
Tatum.
They have to give up Kyrie.
No, they don't.
Unless
No,
they get
no,
him
no.
in the summer.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
summer,
saying.
but they have to give up Tatum for sure.
I think they'd
Well,
have
they
to give
don't
up
know
Tatum
right
at
now,
that point.
No,
I don't know if they do
No,
that.
they would. And if I'm New Orleans, I would take a trade that gives me because they have.
You're
I think
taking-
they have a lottery pick for next year. You don't understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're taking Tatum and Brown no matter what.
You're not. You're if
No,
if,
not
if,
Tatum
if
and Brown.
Tatum.
Relax,
You're taking
relax.
Tatum
If
and Brown.
Tatum
no.
is not in that thing,
They're
you
not-
don't
they're
take
not
that
giving
trade.
up
You're not
Tatum,
taking
bro.
Hayward.
No,
That guy's on a huge contract.
The only players you're trading Tatum and Brown for are Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
No, you're taking
And that's a
Tatum
fact.
and Brown.
They're not. You're not understanding that.
Tatum's in his second year in the NBA.
Yeah, they're not trading
Brown's in his third?
third or fourth, but like the
Then you're
upside
not
they
getting
showed.
AD. Then you're not getting AD.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Max, you don't understand. If you
They have
offer
to give up Tatum though.
You're
You
not-
offer a lottery
no, listen,
pick,
listen. A lottery pick, Jalen Brown and
especially
Terry
with the draft
Rozier.
class coming up.
Exactly, and Terry Rozier as well, and maybe a future round pick. That's more than any other team can offer you. Period.
What about Lakers offer?
That Boston's offer is better.
Depends on the picks.
Nah, the Pelicans straight up said that they would take the entire young
Yeah,
core
that's
from the
what I'm
Lakers.
saying.
Entire young core.
I don't think Lakers are gonna get him. Like
I
from
still
the trade.
I take Terry Rozier over Alonzo. I take Jalen Brown over
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
But the problem is, apparently he wants to go to LA. So then he just
No,
gotta wait
I know,
till
but
he's a free
does.
he
agent.
doesn't have a choice.
That's a year and a half.
Yeah,
away.
yeah. But still, do you really want to give up like these promising guys and then if he's gone? 'Cause
That's why I don't want the Raptors to sign
Celtics
him.
built something nice right now.
Look. He said he'll play it out if he goes to contender.
Like I don't believe everything I hear either. So like
Wait, yo, do you think if the Raptors landed AD that Kawhi would resign?
I don't even want to get AD.
No, I think I think for sure if they landed him, Kawhi would resign. But, man, if I'm the GM, if I'm Masai, I'm
I'm not
looking at
even.
AD,
I'm not.
and I'll give up Pascal. I'll give up. I won't give up Kawhi, but I'll give up anyone but Kawhi for AD. Period. Like, look, with the team the team that they have right now, they can make the playoffs for the next
What
6-7 years.
What Abdul didn't want to happen. We're talking about the Raptors.
But
I don't want to talk about the Raptors. They're
they can
shit.
make the playoffs for the next 6-7
Garbage.
years.
Raptors are garbage.
How's Atlanta? But
How's the Knicks?
and that's okay.
Well, but that's okay.
They have a promising future.
Yeah, but the Knicks are balling on
So
Shout out
does
Luka.
Atlanta.
Who's a better player on Atlanta than KP? Who's even close? Who's even in that conversation? with KP?
Carter. Career
Listen,
wise.
Vince Carter?
Career
Yeah, career wise. Yeah, career wise. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying,
John Collins, Trey Young. What's up?
John Collins wouldn't start. on the
I'll
Knicks.
take Dwayne Dedmon over KP. What?
Dwayne. Do you know? do you know how many places Dwayne Dedman is a traveling man?
Okay, we're talking about
That-
Atlanta
that-
Hawks now.
I take Luka over Kristaps.
No.
Dwayne Dedman went to San Antonio and couldn't even work there.
Like he's a traveling. You bring up Dwayne Dedman like he's promising. He's an old guy, first of all.
I didn't bring up he's promising.
No, but you brought him up on multiple podcasts. He's an old guy. He can't.
I
stand-
never brought him up ever.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't on this podcast. I never said Dwayne Dedman, ever. Maybe in real life, yes, but not on the podcast.
Podcast is real life.
What?
Real life is the podcast.
Exactly.
Podcast conception.
24/7 podcast.
Okay, but anyways, besides this blasphemy that he was saying about Atlanta and their trash
Blasphemy.
players,
I need to add a soundboard into this so we can just.
if I'm the Raptors, realistically, because I think because we're in the East, that they'll take a little bit less. So if you give up Pascal, the league knows about Pascal now. Like he's legit. Like he's a
Who knows
household
about him?
name. You look at Pascal.
I
OG.
think Pascal's a household name in Toronto. I don't think he's a household
No,
name.
he
in
is.
the States.
Among
he-
players, he is.
Among players, yeah,
No,
but
among
players and teams.
league
Yeah.
executives, they recognize how talented.
that's not what a household name is. Then a household name is.
Okay, well, we're not
My
saying he's a
pops knows
household
who
name.
Pascal is.
Household-
My pops does not know
household
who
name
Pascal
is
is.
Your
like
pops doesn't know
LeBron,
who a lot of
Durant,
players are.
Curry.
My pops knows who Kawhi is. That's a household name.
Yeah, but he couldn't say LeBron James' full name last time I was talking to him about it.
He knows who LeBron is.
Yo,
Why does it
off
matter
topic,
if he's
off
a
topic.
household
Can you go
name?
back?
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just
He's a
saying what a
household
household
name.
name
He's a
is.
household
You didn't have to. You didn't have to correct him
He's
there.
recognized.
I'm just saying
how
what a
guys
household
around the
name
league-
is. You can't be throwing that word around so much.
There's like 4
Okay.
guys that are household names.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 actually.
No, there's like 4 or
LeBron
5.
and Durant.
And
maybe
Steph.
Curry.
No, Steph.
That's it,
Steph
that's
is
it.
a household name.
That's it now.
Not really.
If
There's
you
like one household name, LeBron.
tell your pops to name the point guard on Golden State. He's not saying Steph. Curry.
Yes, you would.
So call him right now.
Is he right
We
now?
can do this live.
Dad!
Okay. Anyways,
Listen, when I get when I'll update next week what happens. He'll know who Steph is. He'll know who the point guard of the Golden State Warriors is.
Is he even here?
he didn't know who James Harden was. So
No, listen. We're not getting into that discussion
Okay,
because
okay.
stuff happened then.
okay. Anyways, where did we leave off?
I just don't want to give up Siakam.
You're talking about
No,
Pascal.
I understand.
I
You're
don't
talking
wanna
about
give him
Pascal and how
As a Raptors fan, it would be so hard to give him up because that's like one of the most
Yeah.
promising players we've drafted since probably DeRozan.
And then say after this year, whatever happens, Kawhi leaves, then we're looking at Siakam and OG, which is I like that. Like we're still gonna make playoffs. We're not gonna be contending, obviously.
See, the thing, like with me, I'd rather be a contender than just making the playoffs and leaving first, second round every year.
Yeah, I know. But still, like
So
we have promising players though.
I know, but you draft promising players
I know,
that you can.
It's gonna be
either-
sad if he leaves, and we don't
Pascal?
want to bring. No,
It was sad when
Kawhi.
after they traded DeRozan. I don't care who they trade. Like, there's no one that gave more to the city than that guy, and I mean these guys are still young.
Honestly, after we got swept by the Cavs last year, it's just like
Oh shit! I like this now. Keep
it's
going.
like like something needs to happen.
Yeah, and
That's why.
At least we were in a position to get swept, kid.
Yo,
Look.
LeBron was my team. Wherever LeBron is, I am. What are you talking about?
I could just say I'm a Michael Jordan fan.
If I'm the Raptors, I'm giving up everything. I know you guys feel
Jordan,
differently.
what are you, a Charlotte Hornets fan then? If you're a Michael Jordan fan?
Well, I was I was only a Michael Jordan fan. We saw on the Bulls. There, I won 6.
You weren't even born.
championships. Yeah, but I was still a fan.
Was that the defensive coordinator that said that? I've been popping since my demo. Was that the
Yeah,
Rams?
That was Wade
I
Phillips.
respect that.
Didn't
That's
Future
swag.
just say that?
Yeah, he said it as well though,
Oh, okay.
like as a joke.
Anyways, Abdul, move on. Next
You
topic.
want me to move on?
Move, man. next topic.
Alrighty. Listen, New Orleans has it might be looking like they have a promising future. They have they acquired Jahlil Okafor, I think last year, or was it this year?
Free agency.
Free
Yeah, I think
agency,
it was
no?
this year.
He, while AD is out with a sprained index finger or something like that, right? He has
Yeah.
sprained left index finger.
There's no promising hope for New Orleans.
No, there is.
Hold
There
up.
There
is.
isn't. No,
Let him speak.
I'll
Let him
explain
speak.
why.
Let me
No,
tell you
let him
something.
speak,
Let
let
me
him
let me
speak.
just finish it. Jahlil Okafor,
I like. It.
with the 5 games that he's played, he's averaged 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks.
Yeah, he's
Hit
playing
me.
really well.
Last night he hit 27 points, 12 rebounds, season high. What was he doing at Brooklyn Nets? He averaged 6 points.
Yeah, he wasn't getting PT though. He wasn't getting the opportunity. He tore his ACL, so it was just pretty much mentally coming back from that. I think now you can see he's back and he's showing his worth as a. Well, I think he was the second pick in the draft. No, third.
He was big up there.
Yeah.
They
He
did
was
him
big.
dirty at Philly.
He was at least like top 3.
Yeah, but when you have someone as talented
They
as
still
Joel,
did him dirty.
it's tough, man. I mean, not showing that what he's showing now, averaging 20 something, whatever. Would you even think about starting him over Joel? No.
Okay, obviously not, but still,
Yeah.
you need backups.
Yeah, but if you're judging off a 5-game span, like
He just had the chance to play now and like even like get a starting role because of AD sitting down. I'm not judging. I'm just saying this is the numbers. And how do you feel about this? Like, are you surprised, intrigued? Like, you know what I'm saying? Thoughts?
I'm not surprised at all. I've seen Jeremy Lin tear shit up for more than 5 games, and look where he is at now.
Shout out Linsanity.
No, I see your point. Like he's looking good, and if he continues this, it's gonna be great for them because now they know, oh, we don't got to trade for a center. Like, we have that. Let's go get the other pieces to put around him. And they already have Drew Holiday. They already have Alfred Payton. They already have key players at the point guard position. So now they're looking at shooting guard, small forward, power forward. So, like, yeah, their future's looking a little bit brighter than it was, like, a month ago.
I remember I cut you off. Max?
Like, you feel for the Pelicans because kind of like LeBron and the NBA, they're conspiring against New Orleans to move AD, right?
Yeah.
But then you had the guy for 7 seasons and you only won 1 playoff series. They didn't put no pieces around him besides Cousins, didn't work out. Like, they're terrible organization moves when you got a guy like that and you can't put anything around him.
You can't put all that on them just because
But still,
it's
like,
a
you had
small
7
market.
years. I know it's a small
New
market.
Orleans
but still.
is not the most desirable place to live as well.
But
Yeah, man. It's
I know, but
it's-
still,
I
like,
think
you
it's
couldn't
number
even
one,
get to the
number
second. You couldn't win 2 playoff series in the whole
It's
time.
tough.
I'm just saying, though. I know
Toronto,
it's the West. I know it's the West and it's tough, but still, like, they should have done better.
They did sweep the Blazers.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They definitely showed improvement. Like, since they drafted him to this point, of course, it's probably slower than people expected, having like
They
that
were-
caliber of a player.
They were supposed to go farther, but Cousins got injured, as you've seen, and then they acquired that European guy from the Bulls,
Yeah.
and then they try to
but
salvage
they just
something
weren't
out
beating
of
Golden
that
State.
season.
They weren't doing, even if Cousins was healthy, they weren't.
I see them leaving the second round at least.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
For me, I would hate to be in the West,
Because, I mean, when you look at it, they were actually doing better without Cousins than with him. I don't think that was that best combo with him and AD. I think it's just you have 2 dominant guys, and I think you can't have 2 like dominant guys like that in the paint, and who are like, I'm not saying Cousins is selfish, but they play the same way. They're both stretch 5/4s. They both play isolation basketball at the 5 or 4 spot. So it's like you have to it's easier to do that when you have a point guard doing it, like Chris Paul, James Harden. You have a point guard, a shooting guard, both guys who can bring the ball up the court. When you have 2 big guys doing that, it's tougher.
like nowadays, you need a great small forward.
Yeah.
I have an off the ball question. Well, it's not a secret. People really do think that LeBron is the one behind AD wanting to leave and stuff like that. Giving a non-biased opinion, how do you feel about other players trying to recruit players like that?
I don't have anything against it, but is he behind it? No, he's not. I mean, like AD, I don't know if you've seen today, but there's a thing that came out saying how a lot of the reason why he decided he wanted to leave now is because he wasn't a starter in the All-Star game. So a lot of it has to do with just like individual success. And I think
Plus,
that's what
he's
it
just
comes down
not
to.
winning.
Where
Sure, the
would
guy
you
wants
get
to-
more
it-
individual success though?
It's more of a career choice, but I could say that
Yeah.
LeBron was a big influence. But he's
Where-
not the main reason.
And, question for Xavier: what would you say again?
Where do you see him getting individual success?
Yeah, like where
just
do you
a
see him?
market that attracts more attention, because people are not watching New Orleans games like that. Like, it's just not happening. If you
Unless you're Abdul.
Well, he's already getting individual
I don't know.
success.
I'd like Rondo
he's balling
and
out.
Boogie
Like, he
and
was-
all
like,
of them.
yeah, but he's not
It was-
getting
it was a good
recognized for
team.
what
It
he's
was
doing.
sick.
He doesn't
And then I
win.
have
You
deep
put-
passes
you
too,
put-
so it's
They're
really
literally in
easy
the
to
bottom
get
of the
it.
West.
Exactly. So because they can't win, they're not
Like,
getting individual success.
I don't blame him for leaving. He's on
Success.
a bum team.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's just like he wants to be somewhere where people watch him. So I think that's why I think that New York has a shot. Boston definitely, the Lakers, the Raptors as well now, but probably less of a shot than those teams. And I don't think he's going to Philly, because why would you go to Philly with probably your biggest competition in terms of that position?
Exactly.
Yeah, and Joel Embiid, like I don't see that happening.
I think Raptors have a better chance than the Lakers.
Don't you
Of getting
think?
him
Don't
right-
you
of
think
getting him
AD's
this
better
year,
than
like
Joel
this
Embiid
summer.
though?
This summer or right now?
right now,
Well, like just like this year. Like, I don't think he's gonna get traded before the deadline.
if they offer Pascal and OG, yeah, I agree with you. What'd you say?
Don't you think he's better than Joel Embiid?
Do I think
No.
he's better than Joel Embiid? Man, I love Joel Embiid. I can't say he's better. I'll say they're equals.
Damn. Yeah, let's move on to soccer, Anthony.
Moving on to footy, eh?
Yeah.
Shit. Max
Good
is-
thing we didn't address Kyrie to the Lakers. 'Cause
That's
That's some
crazy. You
nonsense.
misspelled Newcastle?
I did. I was in a rush this morning. Anyways, City lose. Sky has to get up. Sky has to stretch. Yes, Sky has to stretch before he talks about City.
Adjusting my pants.
So City lost to Newcastle. Liverpool tied today. Max, what's your thoughts?
No. Let's not hear his thoughts. Why'd they lose? I want to hear why they lose. Give it to me on a platter.
Bernardo Silva wasn't
They
starting.
just didn't play well. Like they scored.
What was their problem?
They just
Shout
they
out
just
Big
didn't play
Rafa.
well.
Once
they
red,
didn't-
always red.
I don't know. It didn't look like they had like the fire in them to like smash them. And then what happens? You miss chances, and then they only had a 1-goal lead all game. So they just didn't play well. I could tell all game that like they just weren't up to it.
They scored early. I saw. Aguero,
Yeah,
was
it
it
was
Aguero?
like the 40th
This is like
second.
30 seconds in.
So, thoughts on the league so far? What's popping?
It's still anybody's league.
Really?
You're telling me 1 point changes it? If 1 point is gonna change the whole league for you, then
I'm saying
You
it
got
means
problems.
It means a lot.
say if they won today, then maybe, but you can't like say a 2 point or 1 point upgrade on the lead
Yeah.
is the league over.
No, I'm not saying it's the league over, but I'm saying it's.
Because
Had Liverpool won today, it would have made a lot more of a difference.
yeah, but
Because it would be more than a 2-game lead.
for today, saying City won yesterday, it could have been a 2 point lead for Liverpool. Then it's 100% not done. But now because it's extra 1 point, you're saying it's done. It's not done.
No, I'm not.
Like,
I'm not
Liverpool's
I never said
I'd
it was
rather
done.
be in Liverpool's position. Obviously, I think everybody would. But I'm just saying it's not done.
I think the injuries are really having a fucking effect on us. Playing Henderson at right back does not help.
And you guys are lucky Van Dijk went through his what was it, a flu?
Lord, he was sick about something. I don't know what the fuck he was sick about, but thank God this guy was playing. So, fuck. Abdul, Chelsea, back-to-back losses in the league.
Bournemouth.
I'm assuming you're just this guy was started the season. Him and Tasso. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league.
Actually
I don't think Chelsea fans would say
in all honesty,
I think this guy was.
yeah,
Well, he
but
should have
from the second that Chelsea had their first loss, Abdul was the first one to call it that they're in major trouble.
Yeah.
I remember Tasso sitting here for
Tasso
20 minutes
relax,
trying to
calm
defend
down.
it, and Abdul was the only one who came to the realization that Chelsea needed a wake-up call.
Listen,
So,
'cause
whoa, whoa.
you know why, Pedro? Because it's my damn team, bro. Since birth, I know
yeah,
that
but
team
you
inside out.
Didn't you also try telling us that like your midfield was better than Liverpool's or some shit like that? You know, like,
They were, but
They were when?
They were,
What,
but-
3 years ago?
Abdul, what's going on with Higuain?
That's what I was gonna
You
get
played
to.
one game.
You guys, what's your thoughts on Morata out, Higuain in? What's your thoughts on that?
It's a good
I don't
move.
know, man. It's
The guy's
an
a
all
proven
right
goal scorer.
It's an all right move.
No, the guy's a
Why is it a good move?
the guy is a
He's aging. We
he's a
have
top
Brady.
10 striker. You can't say otherwise.
I don't know if I'd put him top 10.
He is. He's
No.
a proven goal scorer. He bangs. Every
Definitely
year.
not
He's a
top
top 10
10.
stri-
Definitely
top
not
10?
top 10.
Oh yeah, easy.
Definitely not top 10.
Easy.
Whoa.
Just
Definitely.
because the guy missed a breakaway in the World Cup, we're all just gonna throw.
Oh
away
no
his
no
nails.
no!
listen,
He didn't
listen.
miss. He didn't just miss breakaways in the World
Okay,
Cup.
maybe
He's
he-
been steady missing penalties too. Don't forget that.
Okay.
I seen this guy.
Some of the best strikers don't even take penalties for their teams.
You're right.
Yeah, but
I don't
he's
think
not
he's top 10. I don't think he's
No,
top.
he
I'll
is.
put him
For me,
top
he is.
15.
He's definitely top 10 for me. I'm not having it any other way. I don't care.
I got you. And do you want me to go in depth with what's going on with Chelsea?
Go.
Listen, Sarri's out here throwing the players under the
Sorry,
bus.
ball.
Hey,
He's literally saying they got nothing out there, blah blah da da da. He's literally just playing the blame game. So why don't you step up and make something, create something? Yeah, you go. You want to say something? Go.
you're talking about the coach throwing the players under the bus.
Yes.
At Chelsea lately, it's been the players throwing the coach under the bus.
Of course, that's what we do. So what?
I'm gonna drop a bomb about Chelsea right now.
Yeah, hit me.
For Chelsea, it's the end of an era. The Roman Abramovich era.
Ooh.
It's coming to an end.
I've been one of them to
The
get rid
guy,
of
the
that
guy can't go back to England or something like that. Like he doesn't. There's something with the laws and that stuff. He can't go back in England. So why is he gonna put money back in England?
What are you talking about? So he's in Russia right now?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't think he's allowed to go to England. Like 'cause there's something with the laws, right? So he's not allowed to go to England. So why is he gonna put money back in England?
Man, I was playing.
The guy.
So you're telling me he's not at the Chelsea Center when Chelsea plays?
I'm pretty sure he's not. I've been hearing that he's not allowed in England.
I was
the
I was
hell?
playing FIFA 15 yesterday for.
Okay, this guy's a loser.
Yo, man,
This guy's a
listen, man,
loser.
Listen, no, it's about Chelsea, man. I was playing FIFA 15 yesterday for memory's sake, and this guy was one of the commentators talking about, oh, Chelsea's great for years to come. They have so much money to spend and everything. I'm like, wow, if they could look at it now, then what would they say? Anyways.
No, let me go more.
Yeah, go. I was just talking about FIFA 15. What a great fucking game that was.
Can you go, man?
I'm telling you, it's the end of an era, and it was a great era.
So he's gonna hand off the team to? Who's he gonna sell the team to?
He's gonna sell it though. Sooner or later, he's gonna sell it. I can see it coming, and it's gonna be the end of an era. But it was successful.
Very
Gonna
successful.
get that,
One of the most successful eras ever.
get that
Literally.
Who's been the best team probably past 10 years in EPL? Probably Chelsea. Overall,
Exactly.
probably Chelsea.
Past 10 years.
The
Yeah.
other 10 years we give it to Man U. But back to what Sarri has been doing. He's just been sitting there and yelling here. This is what's going on. These are the players are doing this.
Yeah,
blah,
but he throws
blah.
the players under the bus because no player is willing to step up.
Listen, that's
but
why
you-
he needs to implement
but
it and
you're-
tell
you're
them,
acting- you're
yo,
acting
like
like
you
that's-
are the captain, you need to lead. Like I seen David Luiz's goal, and I seen David Luiz looking at the stars, nobody talking to him. Like I'm out there and be like, yo, keep your head up, we can get this back. This is nothing.
guy's
This
an
is
animal on
nothing.
the
Keep
field.
going. Keep going. Like
yo, so-
this is
so
like
tell
that's
Chelsea
David
to
Luiz.
sign me.
David Luiz is my guy. For
Shout out
him
to
to
David
be ever
Luiz, he's
look
trash,
like,
though.
But
for
you're
him to ever be look like that.
Quality. He's quality.
For him to look like that, and nobody even talk to him and say, "Yo, don't worry about your keep your head up." That's just poor.
If I'm Chelsea, for this season, I'm just trying to make top 4, and number one thing, hold on to Odoi.
Exactly.
Get
Hold
top
on to
4,
Odo and
hold
Odoi.
on to Odoi.
But it's gonna be hard to keep on to top 4. We're 40. It's for Arsenal's 5th. They have 47 points. We are 4th. We have 47 points.
Anybody
Yeah, yo,
can get
Manu
4th
has 45 points, eh?
Anybody can
I know.
Anybody can get top
They
4
tied
still.
today, so whatever.
Speaking
I'm
of Man U,
not really.
I just think it's the end of an era for
Okay.
Chelsea.
It could
Like-
be.
Like ever
could
since
be.
Drogba, they haven't got a good striker to stay with them. And Conte completely threw Costa under the bus. That was a big mistake.
Exactly. The thing
This
is,
not-
though,
this
too,
is not new
you
for
know,
Chelsea.
you know,
Chelsea
you know
have been
who's,
putting-
you know
Chelsea
who's,
have been throwing out players on
you know
the
who's
ball.
assisting the coach, Zola. Why isn't he talking to these players about leadership? We're like, if anybody, it's him who knows.
'Cause he's
Like, you know what I'm
Italian.
saying? Like, it's literally the Italians have us right now for some reason. What
Italians
what are they
have
doing?
worked for Chelsea though. They
Huh?
have worked well
Yo,
for Chelsea.
I don't
Having
understand
Italians.
why you guys overrate Jorginho so
Was Roberto
much.
Di Matteo
bro.
Italian?
No, I don't
No.
overrate him no
Nah.
more. Not after today.
What was he?
I'm
Pretty sure
he
he's
was
Italian.
Argentinian.
I think it was Italian.
Was he?
That's a pretty Italian.
Who?
fucking name.
Roberto
Di Matteo. Was he Italian?
The one who won the
Yeah.
UCL with us? He's Italian.
Is he?
Italian coaches
Yes.
work the best for Chelsea then.
He's Italian.
The Portuguese coach worked pretty well too.
Huh?
Champions League and some EPLs.
Yeah.
Listen.
For the Italians. Though.
Best ever Chelsea team. Portuguese coach.
Of course.
Shout out Big
What was the
Jose.
team that won Champions League?
They're good.
Was
but
Jose's team
Not better.
under a different leadership.
Not better.
Anyways.
Not better than.
That
the
was
Anyways,
Jose
that's
era.
that. No, no,
The
no. I'm
Jose
done with
era
I can't
was-
listen to any more Chelsea
Man,
talk.
when's
Moving
your-
on.
Crazy.
All right.
Moving on. Talking about Man U.
You just beat our record last season. How many goals we had?
Jesus Murphy.
Not even goals, points too.
Exactly.
They beat every record.
Moving on to
You
Man
just
U.
beat that record.
Moving on.
And that team was Jose's team.
Moving on to the red side of Manchester. Ole Gunnarson's got Man U kicking it right now. Paul Pogba has the most goals he's ever scored in the league. He's all happy now. Lingard's dancing all over the Etihad.
Emirates.
Emirates.
Yeah, what the hell you
My
talking
I
bad.
will
about?
never
They are-
dance on my pitch. Otamendi will never allow someone to dance on his field.
Anyways,
This guy said Otamendi.
I guess we'll go
I
around.
mean Vincent Company.
What do you guys
That's
what do you
the
guys
G. That's
thoughts
the
on
G.
this Man U team?
That's
you think
Man
it's
City G, huh?
you think it's just new coach luck, or you think it's this is gonna last? You think Man U will get that top four?
Players are revitalized, but as soon as they start feeling bad again, they give up on their coach.
Exactly.
People at Man U have too high of an ego.
Man, Lingard was already talking like, "Oh, we're gonna beat Liverpool. We're beating Liverpool. It's not gonna be the same as last time." Like, you need to relax yourself, man.
Okay, man.
Yeah, but-
what did you want him to say? We're gonna lose.
Exactly.
Okay, but you
I
need
don't
to
think he's
relax
like-
yourself.
The guy's
Like,
dub, dub, dub.
the guy, like, he's dancing around. Like, just relax.
Man, he's just having some flair and some fun. I don't like Man
Yeah, but-
United, but
But the thing is, with them, it's like the second
low-key
that
Lingard
someone
fan.
pops their balloon, they stay pop. They don't try to like reinflate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with Mourinho, they didn't even give it a try after. As soon as they started
So
dropping
fuck
games,
that.
they gave up.
I don't know. I think they have a young team, and they have still some guys that are adjusting to the EPL still, like Lindelof. Guy at first he was awful. He's getting
adjusting,
better.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting better
Yeah,
now.
because he came from
Same with
Benfica.
Pogba. Pogba's
Yeah.
getting better too.
Anyways, moving on to
And Lukaku, he's not trash. I don't know. Everybody was just calling him trash.
He's never trash. He's never been trash.
The guy's been banging. You know,
He still is banging.
No,
the guy's been banging.
in all honesty, he could work on his.
Fire. This
No
guy
homo.
said he's been banging.
No homo.
moving on to this is what, Pedro. Arsenal's what, your second team for EPL or first?
No, it's what it's
That's
Wolves.
why I said second team.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
So, Emery came out saying they cannot sign any players. They have to loan everyone.
Why?
That's what he said. That's what the board said. You cannot buy anyone. They're trying. Rumors are they're trying to get a swap loan for Ozil for Perisic. They just loaned. They just got Dennis Suarez from Barca. So, Pedro, you think all this loaning out? You think it's gonna have effect? You think they'll finish top 4 or no?
I think they'll finish top 4, but it has nothing. It's gonna have nothing to do with the loans. Dennis Suarez isn't good enough to break the starting lineup, so I don't even know why you'd pick him up on loan. I mean, I guess for a role player, but they have tons of young talent that they could give more opportunities to. They don't need to be like Chelsea and bench them for other players. So, I think they'll finish top 4 this season, but I don't think it'll have a better impact for next season or the seasons to come up.
Okay.
They have good young players. You're gonna say shout out to Shaka. He's having probably his best season in the EPL so far.
Isn't it like his second season in the EPL?
It's like his third, I think.
Third.
But before he was just awful. Like he was just not looking like an EPL player, but he's way better this year. But for Arsenal, it's just top 4 is the main goal.
Yeah.
Like, that's a realistic goal they can.
But realistically,
do this
for
year.
every team other than City and Liverpool, it's just top 4.
But if Arsenal do get top 4, I consider that a good season for them.
Successful year.
Yeah, with the first year with the coach.
With Emery, yeah.
Yeah, they got a good squad if you really look at it. I know Ozil's not playing, but they got two.
There's
strikers.
something going on there. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on.
Well, the
there.
guy has balls. You know, everyone was looking to Wenger last season, like, oh, like why don't you be a man and take these players off?
Yeah.
And then now he finally takes them off, and then people are saying play him.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, you can't ask for so much from these guys.
You're right. Okay.
Well, I mean, because at the end of the day, you're only going to hear the people who are unhappy with it.
Yeah.
Because the people who are happy with it aren't going to complain.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah.
So before we wrap it up,
We're not wrapping it up.
we're not wrapping
We
it
have
up.
we have 2 more questions to go.
What do you mean 2 more? I said the end question, which I was gonna wrap it up with.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if I want to ask Max this, because I don't know if he's prepared for this. But I guess who's City's most important player to the team?
Like this year, or
I have my own answer. Do you want to hear my answer before? Fernandinho.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Do you
Why?
agree or
'Cause
do you
Bleacher
disagree?
Report posted about
Because
it?
everybody talks about how underrated he is, but if you talk about a guy so much, is he even that
Do you
underrated?
agree or do you
Like I've
disagree?
David Silva.
I've just been saying Fernandinho is we obviously need him
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just giving my answer, but
for
go.
this season. For this season,
David Silva.
I'll say Silva too. Yeah,
David Silva.
yeah, for sure. Last year I would have said De Bruyne, but like over the years, like basically for the whole over all the years, it's always been Silva. I know
Okay.
Aguero's been the goal scorer, but when we're missing Silva,
hmm
like yeah, he's probably our best player. Like
Wow, bold statement right there. With the amount of talent on that team, that's a pretty fucking bold statement right there. So then I guess before we wrap it up, we'll hit it with a final
No.
question.
Hold up.
I've been stopped
I just want
twice.
to talk about something quick. Because, like,
TFC.
a lot of big teams were losing all over the weekend. Napoli dropped out of the Coppa Italia. Juventus dropped
Yeah,
today,
I saw
3-0.
He lost
Roma.
the first game.
Yeah. No, it was Coppa Italia, though.
Oh.
It wasn't actually the league. Yeah, but Sevilla lost to Barca. That doesn't count. I was thinking of another team.
City lost, obviously.
Roma got slapped 7-1
yeah,
by
Roma,
Fiorentina.
I seen that.
Like-
Like Roma lost a lot of players too.
Yeah, I know. But you're still like a top team in that league.
Yeah.
You don't just drop 7-1 like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of the smaller teams are starting to break free, and I'm loving it. Because one of them is Wolverhampton, and they're coming for the top spot. Watch out.
Portugal B.
Next season, watch out. Top 5.
Watford is taking 7th this year.
No, relax. Wolverhampton has that locked.
No.
Shout out.
I said
Newcastle.
Chelsea's taking 7th.
I guess. Yep.
Let me just say something about City.
Okay.
Like, if you told me at the start of the season, to January, and we've already lost to Chelsea, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, and Leicester, I'd be like, we don't deserve to win the league, right?
Mhm.
Like, that's not what teams that win the league, they don't lose 4 games like that,
Yeah.
right? In like this point of the season. So like,
That's what Liverpool is doing.
I'm not
this
gonna
season.
be
We're
like-
losing in so small clubs.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's bullshit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, as of what I've seen so far, like, we're not gonna win the league because of like the losses that we've taken.
Listen.
Like, I'm being like, if Liverpool win the league, and then I'm gonna put my hands up and say like they
Good
deserved
job.
it. Yeah, they deserved it,
Yeah.
right? I'm not gonna
you're
say
not,
like,
you're not
oh,
gonna be a fucking prick and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
no.
because if
Which
you,
I can respect. I'll respect that. I can
Because-
respect that.
even if we outplayed those teams in those games, we still lost, right?
Listen, the gap. There's literally zero gap between, I guess, City's A squad and Liverpool's A squad.
Yeah, this season, just
Yeah.
City, they flopped. Like, they just flopped a few games.
I think what, like, if you go, City does have the better squad.
Like,
You
I
guys
think
have the amount of depth you guys have at each position.
I
You
would
guys
agree, I
have a
would
better
agree.
squad.
City are more equipped.
Yeah, overall.
They're more equipped to go and win like different competitions. more
Center
than
back
Liverpool.
wise, I don't think you guys have anyone. who
City
can
has 2
match
good
Van Dijk.
players.
But they
Listen,
don't need anyone who
prime-
can match Van Dijk.
prime-
'cause
No, I understand.
Prime
The
Vincent
defenders-
Company, you would have 8 Van Dyke. Prime Vincent Company would have 8 Van Dyke.
Yeah,
And-
but Prime Vincent Company can't help you now, so that's irrelevant. But because when it comes to center backs, you always have a pair or a trio at the back. You don't just have one player.
And we got one weak link.
And
We
you,
got one
you guys have a great Van Dyke, but I would still take City's defense over yours.
This
Any
is what
day.
I
No,
always
I
say
think
about
a
City's
healthy
players.
Joe Gomez and Van Dijk is better than any pairing that City has.
Like, this is what I always say though. Like, our players, they work the best for us. So say
And our players work the
like
best for us.
best example is Ederson, right? Like, De Gea's probably better at stopping shots, but Ederson is just
Better with his feet.
no goalie passes like
We
him.
can all agree De Gea is the best keeper in the world.
Yeah.
Ederson as well. 3 good players.
This guy only names off Brazilians.
But at
man.
the end
This
of the
guy
day-
stop talking.
But I think that's how you build a squad. Is you build a squad to fit your play style.
Yeah.
It's not that
But,
not
like,
right.
it's not like I want to like take that guy for my team because like what we have.
Yeah, I think what was I gonna say? I think Fabinho might be the most underrated signing this season. I think
Not really underrated. How much you guys pay for him?
not that we.
He just
25
started
mil,
off.
30
He
mil.
just started off slow,
No, he did, him. Well,
He started
Kaida-
off injured.
which is understandable.
Kaida started off super. I'm kind of disappointed in Kaida. I was watching.
How many games has he played?
He's been trying to crack the start. He started off the season pretty well. He started the season in a few games, and
Yeah,
then,
like 2 or 3, and then he picked up like 2 injuries since then.
Yeah, and
Like,
but
it's kinda
Fabinho-
hard.
Fabinho's that piece that we needed. He can play any position on the pitch
Yeah, but
except for striker.
You need
obviously.
backups
Or winger.
You need backups.
Yeah, and which we have. We finally have some backups.
So like
Shaqiri off the bench it gives some creation and a spark to the team
Yeah.
that we didn't have.
I think
last
the
year.
Shaqiri signing was the most underrated signing because
Like, people-
he
Shaqiri
can
for
literally
15
play
million.
anywhere up top.
people
that
are always
was the
saying
steal of
though,
the century for him for 15
like
million.
say when they sign Shaqiri, they'd be like, oh, why would they sign him? It's not like he's gonna start over Salah, but like you need backups.
Yeah.
Guys get injured.
But the
You
thing is,
need
you
backups.
can back him up anywhere. You can play cam,
You can play anywhere.
center mid,
Yeah.
striker,
Just like
wing.
Look at Man City. They bought Bernardo, and for his first year, he was a backup.
Yeah.
But
He,
then
but he
this
was a
year-
backup for every position.
Yeah. Like,
He's
I wouldn't even
still
call him that
hard.
much of a backup
Stop
because he
talking.
did play a lot like last season. But say we had our full lineup, he's probably not going to start last season. But this year he had a huge role so far, right?
Yeah.
So like you need.
I
you
think
need
he
backups.
also had a huge role because of the De Bruyne.
Yeah,
injury,
that's
too.
why though. There's so
Yeah.
many competitions. You need players. So like, that's why I don't have problems with teams that when they go and buy someone, even though if he's not going to start.
Yeah. Well, that's
'Cause but he could still start.
yeah. Anyways, I guess we'll wrap it up with a final question, with a discussion question. We'll go around the table. Start it off with Abdul. You want to start it off, or Max? You want to start?
I'll
it off?
start.
What's
You
the-
want to start?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll start.
What's
then.
the greatest game you ever watched?
I have 2.
Okay, go.
Wait, watched
One?
or live?
Watch live. It can be at the
One?
game or on TV. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Listen, first game. It's pretty electric. It was 2010 World Cup final with Spain and who was it? Who was it again?
Fam, if you can't remember the teams, then realistically, that's not the best game you've ever watched.
It was pretty sick. It was pretty sick. My uncle was there, and we're watching it at home.
But
Anyways,
was it sick because of the game, or was it sick because you were with your uncle?
both.
Because the question's about the game.
It was the game. The game was pretty fucking sick. Anyways,
No, because the game can have emotional value too. It doesn't,
Exactly.
Like,
adds value. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah,
really
but it's
see 'em.
emotional value about the game, not emotional value about something that happens.
I wanted Spain to win at the
with
same
the game.
time.
Okay,
Shit.
fair enough.
Second game means a great deal to me. Very
Chelsea
great
versus
deal.
Bayern 2012.
I say LeBron's first championship.
Oh, it's any sport?
It can be
Any sport, yeah.
Max.
Big one means actually I have 3. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? No. I actually just have 2. Forget just 2. Just 2.
Just have one.
Big impact on me was LeBron beating Golden State,
I knew this guy was gonna
coming
say
back
that.
from 3-1 and fucking winning it, bro. See, that was a game that had me almost in tears.
Wow.
When he was crying, I wanted to cry
I'm
with
assuming
him.
you're going with Game 7.
Absolutely. No, game 7. Yeah, game 7.
You must have been loving that.
One next year.
You must have
Next
been
year.
loving that block.
What are
eh?
you? Are you a Golden State fan? Are you really talking to me right now?
Gas up that block
A Golden
so
State
much.
fan really talking to me right now? Oh, watch out! He's coming.
I love when they gas
Slithery
up.
snake.
I love when they gas up LeBron's chase down blocks over a 5'9" guy. Okay, no, but like
He's
Not
not
that
Andre
game.
Iguodala is
That
like
game.
6 what?
not that
6'4"?
game, obviously. Just other games
Holy.
though. And then he stands there like he's the man. Go play offense. The guy's still back on defense.
Okay.
Wait, just to that, they only won that championship because Draymond got suspended. Like, it's just that simple. He doesn't get
Okay,
suspended.
cool.
They don't
That's
win.
a topic for
Alright,
another day.
cool.
That's
but-
tough
Yeah, but they
for
were
us.
only
kills
in that
me.
championship. Wasn't it because they injured Kawhi? Or was that the year
Exactly.
before?
Yeah.
That was the first game of the
Anyways,
series.
Pedro.
Yeah, I don't know why people talk about that.
I'm
like
putting
it was
I'm
such
putting a 2-game cap. We can't be having people like this guy naming 5 games.
No,
2-game cap.
I'm gonna name 3 games, but I'm not gonna take 8 years per game.
Just say one game.
I have
one
two-
game?
No, because I have 2
One
games. I have
One
2
game
games.
that, you'll never forget.
Portugal versus France, 2016 Euro final.
Woo! Wow, what a great game.
Tulsa,
that
you didn't
was.
watch that game, so you can't talk about that.
What a great fucking game that was. Anyways, anything else you want to add on to that or no?
In terms of actual quality game, like game quality,
Yeah.
Portugal versus Spain in this past World Cup.
Oof, that free
Yeah,
kick.
Euro final was not like an
It-
amazing final.
It wasn't a quality game. It just means the
That was
most to me.
boring.
That's
It
what
was
I'm saying.
boring
It
as
was boring 'cause,
fucking
like,
shit.
both,
Yeah, I know.
Both teams didn't want to lose.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, in terms of emotional value, obviously that game is up there for number 1.
No, that we're
But in
not.
terms of actual like game quality, I would say Madrid versus Atletico 2014 Champions League final, and Portugal versus Spain 2018 Group Stage World Cup.
Xavier,
Keep this short and simple.
Portugal versus Spain, they got smashed.
there was a tie.
It's a tie, 3-3.
Look, Max, can
Okay, there
I
was
can
a
I
different
speak?
year when they got smashed.
Can I
though.
speak?
Remember what I'm talking about?
Can I Can I speak?
Were they getting smashed and they
Guess I
made a
can.
comeback?
No, 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 no.
Guess
no.
I
This was a
can.
different year then.
It's a different year. You're talking
There
about.
was a
different
World
game.
Cup or something. World
They
Cup.
never got smashed by
It was
Spain.
Germany. It was Germany. It was
Yeah,
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, they were down like 4-0 or something.
4-1 because
Yeah, yeah.
red in the 13th minute.
Shout out my
Can-
guy,
can I
Pepe.
speak
That
now?
was like the
Go.
first. That was the
Really?
first
I
game
respect
we
that, I
made.
respect that. Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
say Melo's 60-point game. or
Melo's
whatever.
62-point
Yeah.
game,
Do you
of course.
Do you really remember that game?
Listen, I'm
Yeah, I went to
speaking.
school. I was
Because
watching
we're
the
watching at all at school, all of us.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Exactly.
I'm speaking. Okay.
This guy's trying to act like I haven't.
early.
Shout out my G, Mr. Santos.
Go X, go X.
I said it already. Melo's 62-point game against Charlotte.
You want to add anything?
It was just one of the best games. I've never watched a scoring performance like that in my life live.
Gee, I thought you were gonna mention a Carmelo championship or something. Fuck.
Max?
Crickets. There's no championships.
when he won the
It's
series.
just pretty tough to win championship. I mean, you were on the last podcast, I believe, when we went over Melo's past team.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty hard to win a championship with a team like that. Am I wrong?
It was pretty hard to LeBron to win the championship.
With Kyrie, Kevin Love, When? With Dwayne Wade, Chris
Yeah.
Bosh, Ray Allen? I just
Pretty
named
hard.
3 Hall of
It was
Famers.
pretty- it was
I
pretty
just named
hard.
3 Hall of
It was
Famers.
pretty hard shit. That's
Damn.
all I have to say.
I have a
It was
topic.
pretty easy for them to lose as well.
I have a topic, but I don't know if I want to bring it up this show or not.
Go ahead.
How long do we want to keep talking
Yeah,
for?
go ahead. I'm good.
How different will LeBron's legacy be if Ray Allen never hit that shot?
Oh, it would be.
He wouldn't even be top 3.
Look, no one would
Listen,
beat.
there's no point in talking
there
about
would be
this.
no
Because you
goat.
know what? Ray Allen hit that shot. Shit. Okay.
If I could go back in time, I would make him miss that shot.
Man,
I would live my whole life till this time
I
just
think-
for him to miss that shot.
I think real basketball fans,
That's
real people who study
horrible.
the game and watch the
Horrible.
game realize that he's one of the most talented players of all time, but he's not the best. He'll never be the best. He could never live up to that. He shouldn't even be in the conversation.
Okay, Max, your game or 2 games or 1 or 2
well, like Man City versus QPR.
games. Yep.
But to be honest, I wasn't even watching that game because I couldn't watch it because I was out of
Yeah.
town. Like I was
Okay.
following it online.
I listen. No one.
I couldn't
no one's-
physically watch the game.
No
though.
one's bashing on
It
you.
was physically impossible for me to watch the game.
This guy's trying to defend himself for no
Just
reason.
saying.
Okay, what game that you watched
So an actual game that I watched like on TV or
on TV or live? It doesn't matter.
so probably Man City versus PSG, in Champions League quarterfinals when they won 1-0 and went through to semis. I got a feeling that game, it was a wild game, but because Man City never went that far in Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So it just like
Wait, who'd you guys see the next round?
Madrid only
Alright.
lost by 1 goal though.
All right,
And
I just wanted to clarify.
it was
that.
an
I just
own
wanted to
goal.
clarify
It was
that.
an own goal.
I just wanted to clarify that though. That's okay.
Real Madrid were a better team at the time. Man, we had
They were.
Jesus
They were.
Navas.
I
on our
know.
right
I
wing.
know.
But that game for sure for me. But I have a feeling I'm gonna be experiencing better games this season, if you know what I'm talking.
Yo, you remember when Man City got robbed by Barca
Yeah.
with the penalty that
Yo,
was given from outside the
Who
box?
doesn't get robbed by Barca?
Who
Oh,
doesn't
man.
get robbed by Barca? Barca actually paid
Who
the
doesn't
refs.
get robbed by Barca?
Abdul is quick to point out that Melo doesn't have a championship. Yeah, he posts 2 guys in his stories who don't either.
What are you talking about? So
Oh.
what's wrong? What's wrong with
Mike
Mike
Vick
Vick and
and AI.
Allen Iverson?
You know, you're
Neither of
quick.
them have
You're quick to
championships.
point out when people don't have championships, but you're quick to post about them and put goats.
Listen, Allen Iverson is a goat though.
Does he have a championship?
Listen, he's been to a final. Shit.
Being to the finals and winning
That's
the
all I have to
championship are
say.
2
Okay.
different things.
Listen, that's all I have
Wait,
to say.
wait. So is every Liverpool player.
You can't be a goat if you never won anything.
Yeah.
Listen. What? So you're telling me Allen Iverson is not one of the best PGs ever to play a game?
He's one of the best,
one
but
of the
he's
best,
not
but,
the
like,
GOAT. He's not in the
He's
GOAT
not the greatest
conversation.
basketball
It's
player I've
done.
ever seen.
All right, shit. Okay.
Anyways,
Keep going.
I have 2 games. My first game I watched live. The second game I watched on TV. First game I watched live with Bills versus Patriots. It was a birth of Ryan Fitzmagic. They were down 24-0. He came back and he won the game. That was a phenomenal game, and the atmosphere in the stadium.
And you
was
watched it
crazy.
live?
I was at the game. Me and my dad were. I remember it. It was hot as shit.
What was when they face Miami, they say squish the fish. What
Yes.
what did they say for Patriots?
How did the Bills game?
Fuck the Patriots.
Oh, that's it.
It's literally just fuck the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
You've been in the game. You've seen the asshole chant.
Yeah.
That usually happens at the Patriots game with Brady.
Yeah.
Cheater chants.
Mm-hmm.
Dildo throwing on the field.
No
We have a lot of
way.
stuff for Patriots
Oh
games.
my goodness.
Toss the dick at him.
What Bills fans are sneaking in dildos to the game? Though?
Bro, they're crazy, bro.
You've seen them. You've seen how crazy we are.
One thing I didn't respect about the Bills game is I saw a lot of other team jerseys.
Listen, you can't control
In
that.
soccer, that would never fly.
You can't control that.
Of course,
Anyways,
they have their own sections.
the greatest game the best game I ever watched on TV was the Liverpool Dortmund Europa League game, the comeback. They were up. Dortmund was up 3-1, I want to say, and we came back. That was just an emotional, crazy game. I remember James Milner's cross, and when Skirtle headed that bitch in, I ran across my house.
This
yelling.
guy still didn't know what aggregate was then.
Listen, buddy, I did.
Wait,
Relax.
was that a Champions League game?
It was Europa League.
This guy's
Okay.
getting gas off Europa League games.
Listen, buddy, I can't.
a Europa League game.
Listen, it was a good fucking
Can
game.
I mention another game?
It was a good fucking game. Buddy, what's your team? Well, how's your team doing right now?
Look, it should just
How's
matter.
it,
Like,
how do you like the Europa League right now, buddy?
It looks
Don't be
nice.
going in a fucking
It looks
conversation
nice.
about Europa League with me.
have you
Yeah, but
Have you
he's not
watched
listing it as
the
one of the
Europa
best games he's ever watched.
It was a fucking great fucking game. What do you want me to
have
do?
you won?
like Melo when he had a 62-point game, that team was trash. That was so hard to watch. Like, I watched guys who retired the next season play basketball. I didn't
What do you
want
want me
to
to do? It was a good fucking game.
I
It was-
respect
it
that.
was
It's about the
enjoyable.
quality of the game.
Yo, Melo's about to play
And it
on
was
the
a
big
fucking
three.
quality fucking game. You're not telling me Dortmund against Liverpool is not a
This
good
guy
game?
just
That was a
kept
great
quiet.
game.
He's coming to the
Why
big
are
three,
you
Xavier.
I'm
hating?
not
Are you
hating.
crazy? He's signing for the 905 Raptors.
Mans are just hating.
Ooh.
Mellow.
Yo, I have,
See,
I have one more game.
no. See, when people disrespect a great player, I have to question their basketball knowledge. That's what comes into play. So a few days ago, you sat right here where I'm sitting right now, and you told me that
Tyreek Evans, what?
was
Also,
one of
now
the
you
most.
want to live up to me.
one of the
That
most-
guy was on my phone, ringing my phone.
Look,
edit it out. Edit it
Yes,
out. Now
yes.
you want to live up to it, eh?
Absolutely.
Let's expose him now.
Tyreek
Let's
Evans.
expose him. 'Cause we
Tyreek
expose
Evans,
people when
what?
they make crazy comments, false claims. So
Tyreek Evans,
you
so what?
told me
What's
that
wrong with
Tyreek
Tyreek
Evans was the most underappreciated basketball player in the NBA from 2003 to the current season.
Yes.
What kind of claim is that?
What? No. Okay, so what team is Tyreek Evans on right now?
Pacers.
Okay, what team was he on before that?
Why you mad? Why
No,
you
what
mad?
team was he on
Why you
before that?
mad? Why you mad?
No, what team
Why
was
you
he on-
mad?
what team was
This
that?
guy's bringing this up because Melo has no ring. Melo has no ring, and he's about to play on the big three.
No,
Why
that-
you mad?
No, see what I'm doing is
So what are you doing?
I'm
What are you
telling,
doing?
I'm
Should
letting
go
the
on the big
viewers
three, that'd
know
be lit.
the
Huh?
level.
Melo on the big three, that'd be lit.
Look, I'm letting the viewers know the level of basketball intelligence that people like when people make crazy comments like Melo's not good.
I never said he's not good.
So what'd you say? He's
I
going
said
to
he
big
didn't win a
three?
championship, and he's going to the big three. What's wrong with the
That's
big three?
that's disrespecting Melo.
Well, my man get his
Steven
check.
Jackson plays on this big three.
That's they're not in the same category. He's disrespecting
alright, so I
Melo.
have to say.
No,
No.
he gave he went to one game for fun, but he didn't play.
The
Anyways, yo,
coach-
I
the
have
guys
one more.
coaching are
I
better
have
than the
one
players
more.
that play in
I have
that
one
league.
more game that had me off my seat.
These guys already on
Three games.
Yes, I have one more game
Question
that
was
had me
one.
off my
I
seat.
gave it 2 cap.
Listen,
But go.
Listen, one game that actually really.
quick. This guy
Yeah.
takes like 2 years.
Okay. Anyways, I can go faster if nobody's. You know what I'm saying?
No, go.
All right. The third game is the game that had me off my seat like crazy.
Okay, you
Chelsea
want
I
Barca?
remember. There you go, Chelsea Barca. I loved Fernando Torres for so long. El Nino. Shout out to my boy. He's
Where'd he come
he
from?
was going, huh?
Where'd he come from?
Spain.
Liverpool.
We're talking about
So
when
yeah, he was
good?
great on Liverpool.
No, I'm just saying, when
Did
he
you ever
started-
watch a game with him on Liverpool?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then end the story. Let's cut it out right there.
I
Anyways,
really don't know. Wait. Do you think Mo Salah is better than Fernando Torres on Liverpool?
Yeah.
like
It's
Did you ever watch
What?
a game with Tyreek Evans on Sacramento?
this guy has.
I maybe stumbled on a game.
As of
I
what I've
probably
seen so-
stumbled on
as
a
of
game.
what I've seen so far, yeah.
You like Mo better than Fernando?
As of what I've seen so far, yeah.
Hold
You're
hold
ridiculous.
Hold the Suarez.
I'm looking at what I've seen so far. I can't
Look,
be like,
look,
oh,
look.
Torres did all of this. What I've seen so far, yeah.
I want you guys to do your research on Mo
Because
Salah.
Salah's putting like historical numbers up.
Do your research on Mo Salah. Because I did my research
Like,
and I found out
overall?
that he's Brazilian.
Same amount of games,
Jesus
same amount of
Christ,
goals.
Mo Salah is Brazilian. You heard it here first.
Except Torres had more game winners and he scored his goals in a different variety.
I got to see who gets
And he's
more
not
silverware.
he's not as much of a diver.
Hey, he's gonna see what's popping this
I'm not going to be here defending Liverpool players.
Anyways, as soon
You'll
as
see what's happening
Torres
season, buddy.
got that ball and hit it to the side of Victor Valdez and scored that goal, I never felt so
Torres.
much
Well,
happiness.
fuck, if we're gonna be throwing on more
What
fucking
about-
games.
Yeah, I thought you said Suarez.
If we're gonna
No,
be throwing on
Torres.
more
Anyways,
fucking
I
games.
never felt so much happiness in my entire life. I was
How about
jumping
you
for
stop
joy.
on the Patriots lost to the
What
Giants?
about that Ramirez chip,
17
though?
and 0.
No one talks about that
No, you're not
Ramirez chip.
17 and 0 no more. You ain't 17 and 0 no more. Tyreek Hill almost ran through my TV, me and my pops. Greatest fucking game I ever watched. I fucking love that game. The year after too or whatever when they lost to Giants again. Then last year I was popping bottles when they lost to Philly. Abdul was there.
I was
you
there.
See me pop that
I
bottle.
see you pop that
I
bottle.
your
popped
water
that
bottle.
Are you gonna pop a bottle this year too?
If they lose, I'm popping bottles.
Oh my
Bills
goodness.
fans cheering for other teams' losses.
When you can't cheer for your own wins.
Anyways, you guys want to call that a wrap?
Yeah, we
I'll
can
talk
call it
all
out.
day.
Okay, thank you guys for
Yo, we
coming
should
on.
talk about the 2020 Euro.
We should talk about the
I
Bills
think
going to
England,
5 Super
I think
Bowls,
England's
not winning
our
one.
second favorite team to win it.
Let's talk about Mo Salah being Brazilian.
Thank you everybody for listening.
You just have
Take the
Brazilian
mic away
hair.
from this guy.
We'll be back next week with the Super Bowl. We'll be wrapped. Football season will be done, so we'll be focused on basketball and footy a lot. So
TFC.
Spring training.
Yeah, TFC soon. So we'll be back next week,
Atlanta
everybody.
United.
Enjoy the rest of your
They
week.
have the
and,
MLS Cup.
Stay saucy, people.